Oh, speak, bitch. Come on now.
Don't fuck with me right now.
Hello, pretzels, and welcome back to the tripod. That's right, this is the post Thanksgiving. It's not Black Friday, it's Black Sunday, Monday,
It's Cyber
and
Monday,
Tuesday.
you drunk. Fuck
Nah,
is wrong with you?
actually, by the end of this month, it'll be 1 year of sobriety for me. But seeing as how it's post Thanksgiving, I want to know what Thanksgiving stories y'all have. Did you have any family fights? A lot of good food? And what's the most leftover food that you guys have? For us, it was mashed potatoes and macaroni salad. We still have a gigantic fucking tub in the fridge of that. No controversies, no fighting, because uh not really a get together. This family here is very isolated from the entire family. It's weird. It's weird that I married into a family that's as introvert as my family. But I mean, still there was good times, good food, all that good shit. All the cats are still alive, thank God. But Caesar, any controversies or any leftovers still from Thanksgiving?
The macaroni? Did y'all niggas eat mac and cheese and macaroni salad?
No mac and cheese.
You don't eat mac and cheese for Thanksgiving?
Nope.
That is
Is that what you have left over?
no. I got like turkey left over because we eat the sides. We eat the sides with anything because we make turkey and ham.
I'm
So when
just
you get sick
asking you
of
for your leftovers. You don't have to get all fucking excited. Jesus Christ. Gets all
turkey,
offended.
nigga, I was like, how you not eat mac and cheese? I don't know. Turkey. Turkey is the most thing left over because the ham usually goes first, and we eat the ham with all the sides, and then there's just turkey left over. So then you make a turkey sandwich and you throw that shit away.
Okay, now I know mac and cheese is a sensitive subject for Cesar. Sticks, how about you? What's your most leftover dish, if you have any, from Thanksgiving?
Well, don't really have any because I had to work Thursday night. So basically, it was seclusion with me and the girlfriend because we both had to work Thursday night. So didn't really have a big meal or anything. So just kind of just chilled at home. Caught some of the football games that we missed earlier in the day. So nothing really controversial or anything happened over here at the drip household on a Thursday.
That's a good segue, Sticks, because speaking of football, fly, Eagles, fly, baby. You know. That's right. We took down the Ravens 24-19. We're now 10-2. That's some good shit. Of course, poor Trevor Lawrence. He's he's not having a great Thanksgiving holiday aftermath. Concussed, thanks to the Texans. Uh,
Did you see that hit?
yeah, that was
That
fucked.
that nigga laced him,
That
boy.
guy got rocked, man.
Yeah.
That was bad. And then the fight afterwards. There's been a lot of fights happening at football because the college football game, and that motherfucker planted that trident in the middle of the
Yeah.
field.
Yeah.
That
Well,
was we had fucking mace sprayed out of the
yeah.
cops and it's just
It's funny how only the Negroids got maced at that game. And the Caucasoids did not get maced at that game.
there you have it, pretzels. It's only 2 minutes in and race was mentioned.
Well, of course, race is mentioned. I'm black and I'm on this white ass podcast with you crackers.
I
Okay.
guess. But yeah, Trevor Lawrence rocked. Everyone offended, fights breaking out. I mean, this is
Yeah.
holiday season. Shouldn't we all be getting like what in the immortal words of Rodney King, can't we all just get along?
It was rivalry week, bro. What you think?
Rivalry week?
Yeah,
Yeah,
rivalry week.
it was intense. But yeah, that when I left work, because of course I was watching the Eagles game at work, it was 0-9. I was like, fuck. I gotta stop watching or the Eagles are gonna lose. And I stopped watching and we made a comeback. So I'm never watching the fucking game again. But yeah, Sticks, buddy, we missed you last week. What has been happening in the world of Sticks, Adam? You had busy Black Friday, Caesar. I'm pretty sure you had a nightmare Black Friday as well.
I've had a
Is it-
nightmare last 4 days.
Oh,
That's
fuck.
what it's been. Because it's Cyber Monday. So it's Black Friday, then the whole weekend of Black Friday, and then Cyber Monday. I'm off tomorrow.
You're gonna
But
sleep
yeah,
all day, right?
well, I'm not gonna set an alarm to wake up, and
Yeah,
when
cool.
I do, it's gonna be Raw, PlayStation, in my drawers and a wife beater, and the beer fridge right next to me. That's all I got planned to do tomorrow.
And finishing off that mac and cheese. Sticks, how have you
No,
been?
it's gone. I ate it today for lunch.
How have you been, brother? It's been a minute. I like your shirt. I like your hat. How's it going, brother?
It's been going good. Of course, with the holiday weekend, they kind of crossed the schedule up. So instead of having 2 days off last week, with us having with Walmart having given us the night off before Thanksgiving, they split our schedule. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to join my two brothers, but I did catch up on wrestling with you guys. I took a week off from watching all wrestling because I knew my brothers were gonna have me covered, and you guys did another great episode, being able to hit a tripod and a hangover, perfect way to do an episode. Otherwise, it wasn't bad. Just pretty much kept here. We're starting to get a little colder here in the Midwest. We went from having 40-degree weather down to single digits now. So
Damn shit.
yeah, it ain't great. We had a little bit of snow here early this morning. Didn't really mount to much to just a dusting, but it's enough to cover the sidewalk, stuff like that. So outside of that, not much. Black Friday wasn't all that much. I mean, with Walmart pushing the old Walmart Plus to be able to get people to get their stuff earlier in the day, didn't really have all that much people coming in on Friday. I mean, we still had a decent amount, but not like the brawl for all that you would see on Friday mornings anymore.
Those used to be the
So,
best. Those used to be the best.
oh man, I tell you, I'll give a little side story. This is my second time working at Walmart. First time, our store was 24 hours. They stopped doing it after COVID or during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
One of the years they would give us maps so that way we could help direct people to where they need to go and stuff like that. I was working one early morning, and we had like a big old display box that had pillows in it. It got empty. Well, I had nowhere to go, so I was surrounded by a bunch of shoppers and ended up in that box just to basically get out of people's way. Well, I had my map in my back pocket, and by the time the crowd thinned out, my map was gone.
Mm-hmm.
So I was lucky that was the only thing that wasn't stolen from my back pocket. But yeah, back in the day, back Black Fridays, man, that shit was brawl for alls and Royal Rumbles.
Yeah.
I've been reading online and I've been hearing around the block that the stores all around weren't as crowded as per usual. But Caesar, I gotta imagine you also working retail
Mm-hmm.
have a crazy Black Friday story. You can
I
build
don't
pretzels.
I don't have any crazy Black Friday stories from this year. I've seen a couple, and I've been part of a couple. But this year it didn't get busy till like 10 o'clock. We opened at 6. I was at work at like 5:30 in the morning. We opened at 6. I almost punched this one nigga in the face. This is one nigga. Well, he's a cracker. He come in there and he got his 2 kids. It is 6:05 in the morning. So I'm like, all right, man, he here, doors open, right? And he dragged his damn kids. God damn. I was like, hey, brother, you need help finding something? No, man, I'm just looking at the sales. Nigga, the sales been since November 8th. They all said Black Friday. Why are you here at 6:05 with these damn cheering? They've been out of school since Wednesday. They want to stay up and eat candy and shit. Why did you drag them out to look at the same prices you've been looking at all week? I almost fucked that nigga up for them kids and took them home. And, maybe go by the Waffle House and give them some sugar so they bounce off the walls, wake up their goddamn mama. I was like, ain't no reason to have these damn kids out here 6 or 5 and walking around a Best Buy and you ain't buying shit. Because shit been on sale all week and your dumbass thinks it's going to change because it's on Black Friday. Nigga, what do you think Black Friday sale means when you see it all? That shit pissed me off.
So Cesar, what I've been noticing as well, because it's been a while since I've been out of this shit town, Best Buy sell action figures now, right? You guys have a toy aisle?
Yeah.
So do you think that's what he brought his kids for? Is like, you ain't getting nothing if you're not coming with me. So you got
I don't know, maybe he did threaten them. That nigga ain't buy shit though. He walked around for 20 minutes and then went home.
Man, that's fucked up.
I watched him walk around the store for 20 minutes
Jeez.
and then left. I was like, if I was those kids, I'd punch him in the dick. I don't want you to bring nobody else in this world for this bullshit you got. Horrible father. He probably pays the bills and they're probably comfortable, so I can't say that. But he was a bad father that day. He should have bought them something. Hopefully bought him some ice cream. Well, the McDonald's, so the closest place, so that's probably broken. I have seen ladies fight at Walmart when I worked there over a toy that was sold out, but it was just only sold out on the shelf. And there was like 100 more in the back, and the dude just didn't get to be able to stock it.
Jeez.
Like, it was funny. It was like, we watched it on the security tape niggas. Like, they came up, and a lady put it in her cart, and she had some other shit in her cart. And the lady walked by and saw it in the cart and took it. And she was like, no, you don't, bitch. That's my cart. No, this ain't your cart. You lying. She goes, I see them when they work here. They bring stuff out in carts and stock the shelves. She goes, ain't none of this shit the same. And she didn't want to give it up. And they started scrapping, throwing blows, baby. So then they both get arrested. And then the dude who was supposed to be working there goes, oh, shit. And he runs in the back. And then you see him come out with like 18 carts and fills the whole section with the toy they were fighting over. Dude.
Is that on World?
Dude. Yeah, man, I've got some crazy stories when I used to work at Walmart, man. That shit was wild. One girl stole cucumbers by sticking them up her pussy. Yeah, caught it on tape. She'd come in there every 3 days and stick a whole cucumber up her pussy.
Was she hot or was she trolly?
Nah, she was ugly as shit. Yeah. One girl took a dump in the middle of the produce aisle one time. Yeah, it was wild, man. It was wild at that Walmart.
I saw been there forever. It was bad.
Yeah, dude, it was a wild. That Walmart got shot up. They had to change it. Yeah, one of the managers, crazy shit. This happened, nigga, this happened last Christmas. Yeah, this happened last Christmas because they just reopened it like 4 months ago. The guy, one of the managers, I guess all the staff, it was like night shift, and all the staff was just like joking him and shit. They always joke him. This nigga called a store meeting in the back, I guess, where the employees go. And he pulled out a gun and started shooting him.
Oh, shit, I heard about that. Yeah, I saw that on the news. Oh my God, yeah. Terrible. Oh,
so he started shooting. Like, some of them got away, but a lot of them got hit. A lot of them died.
I forgot about that.
So, like, Walmart protocol is when that happens, they gut the whole store. Like, the whole store. They take every single piece of everything out of it. They leave it empty for 6 months. Then they redesign it different from how it was. So like when you walk in now, like everything's different. Like the food used to be on the right. It's now in the back. Like other shit is up front. It's crazy.
So they gutted it for 6 months. They had an old priest and a young priest in there, get all the ghosts out that in that Walmart, rearrange shit, reopen because people still going to go to Walmart.
That's right. And then they reopened it like in September. And then, Halloween. And then, Thanksgiving. Now it's been a year. Sweet Christmas. The crazy part is you get paid if you work there. You get sent home for 6 months and you get your whatever your average is. If you work like 40 hours a week, you get a free check. I would have been like, man, I'd have been hustling. I'd have got a new full-time job knowing I'm getting paid from my other job. I'd have had my bills paid off. Nigga would have been Cleaning credit.
And then when it's time to come back, they have trauma counselors just in case you need them. You go to the trauma counselor and be like, you know what?
No,
I
they
thought
set
I
you.
was ready, but
Yeah.
walking through these doors, I think I
Yeah.
need another year. Is that okay?
Well, I think you get the trauma counseling while you're away.
Oh,
Then, yeah, right before they open, I'll be like, look, I can't do this schedule. I need about 2 weeks.
can I work from home? Can I
Yeah,
work from
can I
home?
work from sir, you cannot ring up customers from home. Isn't that self-checkout?
I
Just
mean,
give me a little
listen,
computer.
No. What they would do is that they'd have a robot with your face on it, be like, "Can you
Yeah,
tell me
with
where this
wheels.
is at?" And then
Yeah.
you just
You'd be the
wheel your
greeter.
way around the store.
Yeah.
You be the greeter.
Yeah.
Hi, welcome to
Hey,
Walmart.
y'all, how y'all doing? Like, is this nigga at home greeting me?
At least I
Sitting
ain't
there
getting
eating a
today.
sandwich. Sitting there eating a sandwich. Yo, bread, aisle 38. This shit banging, son. On sale too. Damn, this ham kicking too, Bo. Get you some of that ham, girl.
Have you heard
Little
about
thick
our
ass.
Black Friday sales?
Yeah, man. Get you some of that ham with your thick ass, girl. You know you like ham. Shit.
Well, we digress about wrestling, but let's dive right into the world of NXT. This one we will go in depth over because Ridge, the man responsible for killing Chase U. Well, Andre put everything on the line, but I digress. He comes out trolling the Chase U entrance, rubbing salt in the fresh wounds of the audience. Book is laughing his ass off, which was funny. I know Cesar is going to talk about that. That was fucking hilarious.
I didn't watch this shit.
You didn't watch it?
I didn't watch Ridge.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't blame you. But Book was laughing. That was funny. The first match, of course, Styx was all eyes because it was all ego versus Axiom for a Iron Survivor qualifier. Glad we got that Ridge nonsense out the way early and we get this banger of a match. All Ego pulls out the dub after a lariat counter to the golden ratio. Hell of a start to the night. Nathan, All Ego, Wes with a haircut, and Jovan all talk trash in the ring afterwards. Tag team locker room empties out for a clusterfucky-mon finish to this segment. Styx, what did you think of Ridge trolling us and then All Ego versus Axiom?
Yeah, Ridge coming out looking like White Trick Williams, shirtless and all. I mean, might not have very much baby oil on it, but I mean, he was shirtless and all. Yeah, like you said, Book was laughing it up because he came out. They had the banner, Chase U music playing, and here come that big lumbering third string linebacker Ridge Holland busting through, hammering it up as a heel, being the guy that he was gloating about ending Chase U, which I'm sure we'll talk about a little bit more down the road here on this. First match, banger of a match. We forget how great Axiom is as a singles guy because him and Fast and Frazier have how long they've been as a tag team and the ascension that they've had as a tag team. We kind of forget how good of a singles guy is. This is a great match to have open up the Tuesday night. Like you said, Ego doing the lariat off of the golden ratio. That was a nice little change up than just hitting a traditional finisher. It's a nice little thing to be able to keep in the back of your mind that hell, he could just hit a lariat and end up hitting this guy. Then afterwards we get everybody out, starting to get a little bit more friction with the tag team of Axiom and of Frazier. All Ego is goating Nathan Frazier, and he about said that Axiom wasn't the driving force for the tag team, but yet he caught himself. We got a little bit. We'll talk about a little bit more down in this episode, but a little bit of more seeds of dissension between both gentlemen. Outside the Ridge, 5 minutes of Ridge that we had, hell of an opener for a Tuesday night, and it's a precursor for what we had going on for the rest of the night.
Yeah, Cesar. I mean, it would have been interesting to see Axiom and Frazier both in the Iron Survivor Challenge to see if they'll fight each other, see if they'll pin each other. That dynamic would have been interesting to see. Could possibly happen, but hold on. Don't let me get ahead of myself. We see All Ego qualify for the Iron Survivor Challenge. I remember last week You did say you don't know if you want all ego in the Iron Survivor Challenge, but he is now in it. What did you think of this incredible start, this incredible match? Not the Ridge shit, the incredible match to kick
Mhm.
things off.
Well, say the whole quote if you're gonna quote me. I said I would like uh Axiom in it to see if Nathan and them are gonna fight. Then I said that's why I wouldn't want Ego, but Ego won. Then I actually called something
Yeah.
that is happening,
Yep.
which we will talk about later, in which I said I would be fine if all of those things happen. So I'm just saying, if you
I
if you're
know.
gonna quote,
I know.
no, was it a good match? It was a good match.
No.
Why is this such a good match? But why Ego and Trick ain't clicking, man? They ain't clicking.
Trick.
You know? But Ego is 20 years of professional sangria. He couldn't do it in 2 matches. If you can't do it the first time, you should be able to do it that second time.
The common denominator with all these main events is Trick Williams.
Oh, I'm not saying it's not Trick.
Not just all ego, because it was with Hello, it was with others.
Yep.
Sorry.
I mean, he's only fought Ego. Oh, I don't know. One-on-one. Who else has he fought?
Oh, Pete.
One-on-one.
Pete Dunne.
Oh, yeah. No, well, the DQ match was good.
Yeah.
The DQ.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, all the street fights are good.
Yeah.
Like, remember when he fought Mello in the cage? That was better than him just wrestling Mello.
The
street fight was better than the cage match was better than them just wrestling.
Than the one-on-one, yeah.
Yeah. And just like the street fight with Pete Dunne is one-on-one. And Trick was good in the Iron Survivor because, it doesn't have rules and it's not one-on-one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm agreeing with you wholeheartedly. Mostly it's Trick. But I mean, the true pros can figure it out. Maybe their styles just don't work.
Yeah.
It's probably more like that. Maybe their styles just don't work. No, this was a great match. Now I will give it to Sticks. Like you said, he is the knowledgeable one when it comes to old school wrestling. And he said, it's hard to see remember Axiom as a great singles wrestler. Not your boy, because I was watching NXT UK when that nigga went by another name and didn't wear a mask that we don't talk about because that guy's retired. But anyway, I remember when there was a nigga wrestling for the cup over there wrestling for the heavyweight championship. I remember a nigga was wrestling over there and he was good. He was actually I think he was the first person to win that cup that Mr. Charlie Dempsey walks around with. And the first time to win it on multiple occasions. So his name is still there, but R.I.P. Hopefully there's a stallion up there hanging out with your boy. You know what I'm saying? And a cracker named Butch.
We might end up talking a little bit about that later down in this episode.
Yeah, we might be talking about a little stallion here later too. Yeah. But no. Yeah, this match was good. Axiom had the speed and he had the hella flippy dippy. Yeah, the lariat out of the golden ratio for the win. You know what I'm saying? It's I like that sometimes when the guy doesn't have to use his finisher, but he's the bigger guy, so he used the power move to reverse the other cracker's finisher. I don't know, man. It might be a little bit of disrespect to hit that top rope flippy dippy Spanish fly and not and kick out. I'm just saying, kick out. Sure, if you want to put your leg under the rope, or put your finger on the rope and some heel shit, or get your leg under it.
We've seen him disrespect the Phoenix Splash, the 450,
yeah,
all that stuff. So I mean, it's kind of on that same path.
Yeah, just kind of getting sick of it. I mean, just kind of getting sick of it. These are great looking moves, but yeah. They should be finishing the night. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I get it when you're a heel and you have people on the outside or you're really close to the ropes. Then I can respect it more. But like a full-on kick out? Come on, son. But still, that's just me griping about a great match. I really didn't have it's not really a gripe, but it's a gripe, But nah, this shit was phenomenal. I guess y'all said Book was laughing at Ridge. Yeah, I don't care. I'm not watching Ridge cut a promo, man. I got better things to do than like swallow thumbtacks and shit them out later. So, I mean, I just got better shit to do with my time.
Well, up next were two matches, which one I thought was a deadline qualifier, but it was not. Still nice to see.
Yeah.
Lola Vice versus Ren Sinclair. Bust out that Cholula Green, Vic. NXT just got cheeky. With being the underdog every time she is in the ring, Ren never disappoints. She never gets squashed, yet she doesn't win that often. Lola does pick up the win, then shouts in the camera that she wants Jada underground. Up next, North American champion Tony D with Rizzo versus Sean Spears with Jensen. Huge target on Tony's knee. Tony still able to spine bust his way to retain. Attacked post-match by the newcomer Nico, the difference maker, Cesar. We had Lola versus Ren and Tony D versus Sean Spears. What'd you think?
Yeah, man, you know, Ren always talking that bullshit in the back, which got her fucked up in the ring. You know, Miss Lola Vice. Always looking nice, Cholula Green, baby. Yeah, Vic reminding Booker T take his heart medication because you know, he out there beating it under the desk because Lola Vice out there. He out there getting it in. He gooning. Yeah, man. I like Ren. Ren's, you know, she's getting better every day. You know what I'm saying? She got the character work. You know what I'm saying? And now she paying her dues, man. She getting that ring work. You know, everybody got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere, getting in there, throw some bows. You know, everybody can't start at the top. Sometimes you got to build yourself up. You know what I mean? So I liked it. Thought it was a good match. And then yeah, Lola and Jada gonna fight again. They gonna fight underground. Sure, I don't care what they fight. Bring the fight pit back. How about that? Bring the fight pit back. Let's see when these bitches get thrown in the fight pit. Not call no hoe no bitch. You know, respect to the ladies. But yeah, let's get real violent in this bitch. Bring the fight pit back. That's what I want to see. And then what was next?
Tony D.
Oh yeah, Tony D. You know, Stacks and them fighting the tag team match of shit. Stacks and the lawyer, so they got to do work. Rizzo worried the Don gonna get fucked up. He won, but he got fucked up. We all know Sean Spears is a professional's professional. You know what I'm saying? He out here doing his work, showing Jensen how to do the thing. Now we possibly, after this tag team shit at deadline, we're going to go forward. It's going to be Sean Spears versus the family. Is they going to pick up a bitch and make it a 4-on-4? I don't know. Maybe Peyton Royce comes back. One night show, one night only. She ain't doing that. She ain't pregnant no more. I don't know. So you never know. You never know how these things play out. You know what I'm saying? But I think this is gonna go on for a little bit. It's gonna be Sean, Jensen, and Nico versus the family, and whatever they doing. So yeah, gonna be good shit. I ain't mad at it.
Sticks, we got Lola versus Ren and the North American Championship defended. What'd you think?
Yeah, like Cesar said, NXT is the one brand that will give their women multiple opportunities to showcase themselves and to be able to see if they can make it on their own. And we've seen that with numerous women. Now we're seeing that with Ren. The character she's doing with no coat, with no catch crackers, has been great. The in-ring work is starting to catch up to it. We've said that about numerous women in NXT and in the women's division. It's just now we're seeing this. It's great to see this. Miss Lola Vice, we know what we're getting with her. We're getting that Cholula Green fire hotness. You know, that Latina, that Puerto Rican, just light the fuse and sit back like it's the 4th of July every Tuesday night. And that's what we got. She still got Miss Parker on her mind. I agree with you, gentlemen. Let's bring back the fight pit. You know, she talked about how Miss Parker was able to hit her with a brick and anything goes. Well, now we kind of had a feeling that we dabbled into Miss Parker's world where anything goes. Now we're going to get into Miss Vice's world. Like, this is going to be grappling. It's going to be MMA. I guess I
City
shouldn't get
popped
too
out.
far. I guess I shouldn't get too far ahead of myself. I mean, it hasn't been agreed to. It hasn't been called yet. But I can only assume that it's going to. Both these women are are almost mirrors of themselves. They're both firecrackers. They're both must watch when they're on your screen. Um, but it's nice to see that NXT outside is the only one of the few promotions. I mean, TNA will do it every once in a while. AEW, no, they won't. To allow their women to grow, like you can see the maturation of the females on your TV screen. Like these like masked cross-eyed kid is giving these women the opportunities to grow on TV set, which allows gentlemen like ourselves to be able to sit back and watch this. That way we could talk about this. Like we could talk about this when, if Ren Sinclair, like a couple of years down the road, is doing great work on the main roster, we could talk about how, hey, we saw this, we saw the building blocks of this happening on NXT. So that's a great thing to watch. Tony D and Sean Spears. Wrestling is one of the few places that will have a guy who is a gangster be a fan favorite. Outside of like made up movies, this is one of the other places that you can see. It's like Tony D, by all accords, this guy, crowbar and crackers, working the docks, making money under the table. The wrestling's one of the few places that allow you to make him a sympathetic character. Had a knee injury, had a target on his knee coming out. They foreshadowed it about a couple minutes in. Sean Spears, this man's starting to get some people to drink the Kool-Aid. The chairman is starting to get his board filled up. He's starting to get his people that he's going to start leading. Tony D, he put on a hell of a good match. Like Cesar said, the chairman's a professional. We've seen this when he was the perfect 10. We saw this in AEW as misused talent when he was given his chances to show on TV. We wanted more of it. Now, I would say the same. He's kind of on the same way that he's doing in NXT was AEW. We want to see more of this. Now, the outside the ring work that we're seeing has been great. The promos, the vignettes that we get from him backstage, it wants us to want more of this. When we get these matches, we aren't disappointed. It makes us want more. So between Sean Spears being able to do that, hopefully NXT and the Cross-Eyed Kid will give us more of that. This guy can go in the ring. His outside the ring work is great. Now they're starting to give him more people. We had Brooks. Now we got Nico. We're going to get a family versus I don't know, maybe an adopted family warfare. I mean, this is great. This has been great. They're giving Sean Spears the platform that AEW didn't give him, and he's been hitting out of the ballpark. The match was great. Tony D retains. We get the baby face Gangsta is still North American champion. I'm not disappointed in it. He hasn't disappointed with being North American champion. We wanted to see how he would be with a singles championship. I don't think he's bobbled it yet. I think he's been great with it.
The man who took down Obafemi.
Oh, Mangria, I did the homework last night when I watched it. There are no picture-in-pictures wrestling. It is straight commercial.
Either?
Yeah, no. It's literally commercials. There is no picture-in-picture wrestling during. So any match that went to commercial, which I think it was only 2, to be honest. So I think they're trying to cut down on that to have just commercials. But yeah, there is no picture-in-picture wrestling.
Okay. Well, now problem solved.
Yep.
After this, we had the Andre Chase packing up the Chase U stuff and his dorm, all the memories, all the stuff, sad segment. But right before he's about to turn the corner, right before he's about to leave the building, you hear in the distance, "Hey, Mr. Chase!" Cut to black. Now, see, that's how you leave us hanging on the edge of our seats. What's going on? Is Chase U really done? We shall see. The plot thickens, gentlemen.
Who y'all think it is?
What if it's that one guy who got let go? Remember
Yeah,
the
Body Jones. Body. Yeah,
that
Thea. Remember
it's a
Thea?
taste. I ain't done tapping Thea. No.
Thea, you damn right. He came back for one last bang. He got 18 plan Bs, and he ain't skeeted in 3 days, and he got them Shannon Shark erectile dysfunction pills. His dick about to stay up all night, baby. All
He's like,
night.
what,
Body
take
said,
these clothes? I didn't get
Body said, hey, if the dorm's open, I gotta get one more bag. And then Riley gonna be outside crying because he never got to hit it. And Thea gonna be wearing his ass out.
Thea will take both of them on. You know how she is.
Yeah, she probably DP them niggas and kill their ass. Yeah, you damn right. And then it's gonna be Body University. Or no, Body State. It's gonna be Chase State. There we go. Chase Technical College.
Just this
CTU.
1 minute segment was it opens a lot of questions,
Oh yeah.
speculation. So it's going to be interesting moving forward.
What if they call it CTE? Chase Technical Education.
Hey, what's that? What Harvard? Chris Harvard? What if he comes back?
Chris Harvard? Yeah,
he's
Chris Harvard.
He's the manager of it. No,
Yeah, damn right. He's the dean. He's the dean.
that's how we can get him back. No.
Hell yeah.
So after this, we did have an Iron Survivor qualifier. It was Kalani Jordan versus Julia. Again, I'm surprised we are getting this on free TV. Both ladies bringing it. Julia counters a split-legged moonsault into a triangle choke. Julia hits the snowplow for the win. Kalani brought it, though. This was a great match by the women of NXT. Julia is now headed to Deadline. All Teeth announces a last chance opportunity for the losers of the qualifiers, proving Cesar right from last week. All Teeth announces the tag titles will have a battle royal shit thing as well. Then she gets knocked down by Eddie Thorpe's bitch ass. He was said, "Hey, hold on, Ava, wait a minute," and then the door closes. She falls, which led to something we don't see often, fellas. I can't even remember the last time we've seen the old cross-eyed one get physical with somebody. He grabs Eddie, pushes him against the wall. He's like, "Get out of here!" That was interesting. I can't. All these seeds planted for interesting stories heading forward. That was very cool. I like that. Just Trick Willie came out to the ring for Ridge. I'll skip past that because Eric Bischoff will be on tomorrow's NXT. That's the last talking point. Sticks. Andre Chase, we kind of speculated, who do you think it was that called him? We got Kalani versus Julia. The last chance opportunity for the losers of the qualifying matches. And if you want to comment on Eric Bischoff.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see this new wrinkle in the Chase U, Andre Chase storyline that we got going on. Like, is it going to be like a big, a new big financial backer that's going to try to invest in Chase U, seeing the potential in it. So I'm interested to see where we go with this. The Iron Survivor qualifier match, like you guys said, this is free money. I mean, we've seen the potential in Kalani Jordan. We've seen with that, NXT has seen that, making her the first women's North American champion. And since she's lost that, she hasn't disappointed. Like with this match of Julia, a seasoned professional that has come from overseas, she held her own, showing that as being a homegrown talent in NXT. The division's deep. Of course, Julia picked up the dub to be able to keep her on the trajectory with staying as a contender for the NXT Women's Championship and putting her in one of the bigger matches in NXT in the Women's Iron Survivor. Them announcing the last chance, not bad. I mean, we've seen this in numerous years where they'll do like a fatal four-way with all the people that lost their matches. I like it because it allows somebody who you thought shouldn't have lost, gives them another opportunity to get back into that match. The match is starting to shape up pretty good with the contenders in it. The 4 females that are in it are all bangers. I mean, these are women that have co-main, if not main evented a lot of Tuesday nights, but also a lot of NXT PLEs. The whole thing with Ava and Eddie Thorpe, man, they're still trying to make him somewhat sympathetic because he was talking about how his match got interfered. You had the fracas backstage where he was talking to her and someone got pushed into the door that hit her. Seeds are being planted with him and the Cross-Eyed Kid. You know, a lot of people online are like, "Oh, Shawn Michaels going to come out of retirement from it." Nah. Shawn Michaels does not need to come out of retirement for Eddie fucking Thorpe.
Nope.
I mean, that
but
would
you
be
know,
the last guy.
but you know who he should be afraid of? The final boss coming to NXT. To what, you gonna put your hands on the final boss's daughter, nigga? Did you not see him whoop Cody Rhodes even after the cameras went off? He said, "Fuck
They even
that."
said it. They even made a reference about her, like you don't want to mess with her because of her bloodline.
Yeah, nigga.
Yeah.
You know,
So,
the final boss gonna call Solo down there. He gonna call Jacob Fatu. "I love you, Solo. I will kill Moon Knight." Rap. It's rap, then.
Yeah.
You guys, Dakota Kai better find some new dick. That's all I'm gonna tell you right there, girl.
I tell you what, I would love to see as Eddie Thorpe's walking through Gorilla. I would love to see Cross-Eyed Kid uncork a sweet chin music to Moon Knight before he walks out that curtain for his fatal 4-way. I would be mad at it, but it's nice. It'll be interesting to see because they're planting those seeds of Eddie Thorpe trying to be a sympathetic person, but just circumstances beyond his control happening. Like he was trying to talk to Ava to be like, hey, I don't think I should be in this match because mine was interfered. And then you had the ruckus happening backstage, and then just a freak thing happened. I mean, I don't see the potential in him. I saw a couple of his New Japan wrestling matches from overseas, but also New Japan strong matches. I mean, I think he's just another guy that should collect some L's while helping potential people. But the NXT is the land of opportunity, so they're giving him his chance to see if he can sink or swim. So I guess that's the one thing you take from it.
Eric Bischoff.
Hey, Eric Bischoff coming live from us from Wyoming. I mean, if there's a man that's got a lot of controversies to have happen, he's the man that usually makes that happen. So let's see where it goes.
One small note on Eddie Thorpe. Whenever somebody leans too heavily on their culture, that never works out. I think that whole singing, like, because at first he was a DJ. He was a DJ guy, like, "Oh, I'm a DJ." And then all of a sudden he took an immediate right. "Oh, I'm Native American. I'm gonna be Native American guy now." I was like, all right, this guy's done. He's done.
And then he went back to the DJ.
It never works out when they do that, but I digress. Cesar, we had Kalani versus Julia. We had All Teeth fulfill the Cesar prophecy from last week. And Eric Bischoff, if you have any thoughts.
I don't give a shit about fucking Bischoff because he's talking a fucking ridge.
83 weeks, Cesar. 83 weeks.
83 weeks. Shit. Fuck nigga. Yeah. Oh yeah. So Kalani and Julia, like we all said, it's free money. It's free money. Man, remember back in the day, man, before we started talking, but remember NXT back in the day? They had like Charlotte, Sasha, Becky, Bayley, Alexa Bliss, you know, all them broads coming through there that are feeding families right now on the main roster. It's like Stick said. These broads they got down there, man, now. Jesus Christ, boy, Roxanne, like Kaylani, Julia, Stephanie Valkyrie, bro, they cooking. Fatal hot hose. I don't know what the fuck they're called. They're fucking ignorant shit.
Coming up next.
What?
They're coming up next.
Oh yeah. They're at the end of the night. But anyway, man, this is why they need those multiple belts for when these broads are coming up. They're gonna draft them probably a lot at a time. What, both shows going 3 hours, man? Netflix ain't going. I don't know if Netflix gonna have commercials. I don't know what these niggas
I
gonna do.
hope not.
We all can hope not, but I mean, hell, the pay per view had commercials. I mean, let's be real. That fucking pay per view had commercials. I mean, I guess if you pay the extra money on, you don't see the commercials, but they just sit there and do dumb shit. Sure, I mean, if I ain't wrestling, if I ain't missing the wrestling, I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's not commercial, but I still see the 40% off WWE shop
Yeah,
commercial.
yeah, we all see that. We all see that. Yeah, yeah.
Promo code War Games.
War Games, yeah. Promo code. Yeah. But yeah, man, this is another good one. Julia and Kaylani. Yeah, free money. Just giving it away, man. That's what happens when you got too much talent. It's fucking free money. You know, the NXT women's division is the best women's division in all of wrestling. You can fight me on that shit. I don't care. Yeah, it's too good. We gonna eat for a while, and this Iron Survivor match is gonna be really great. Julia gets the win. Kaylani loses.
Well,
Somebody had to win. Somebody had to win.
Speaking of Iron Survivor, Cesar, you called it. You called it last week, buddy.
Yeah.
We're gonna have the men and the women
Yeah.
qualifying.
Yeah, Ava gets back there. She tells them, which is good. Wow. Now this is where it only gets interesting for me on the women's side. Out of the 4 guys, you get more story if Moon Knight loses, so he's out. Lexis King will have an opportunity to cheat, but he won't, and he'll lose, so he's out. Who's the other cracker? Axiom and who else? Who else lost? Axiom, Moon Knight.
Who did Nathan Frazier beat?
He beat Moon Knight.
Oh, he did. Okay.
He beat Moon Knight. Magria frozen? Oh, no, I thought you were like this for a while. I think you were just thinking. I don't know who the other crack is, but obviously, if I don't even know who he is, I don't care. So he don't need to win. Axiom needs to get in this match because therefore it'll be if Axiom is in the match and they have to defend the tag titles and they're both in the Iron Survivor, that's where it gets interesting. And I think Nathan Frazier will turn if they lose the titles.
Well, they set it up perfectly with the season they planned it throughout the whole thing. Ava said that the tag team titles will be defended, while also like Nathan Frazier's gonna have to wrestle in that, and he also kind of was like he was kind of getting ready to say something when they cut him off. I could see that happening. Like they could lose the tag team titles, and then it would foreshadow something happening in that Iron Survivor. So
Eddie Thorpe, Lexis King, Axiom, and Cedric Alexander.
Yeah, he lost to Wes.
Yeah.
Axiom is the real choice here. To keep that fun because you would have the same thing if Cedric Alexander won because Javon is in the match. But it's more entertaining if Axiom is in the match. And they have to fight in the tag team match. Now the women. Here's where it gets wicked.
It's Jada, Cora, and Kalani.
Yep. And Kaylani. Okay, here's where it gets wicked. Jada is gonna fight Lola, so somehow Jada's not gonna win. All right, she's out. Cora doesn't need to be in it because if she only needs to be in it if she's gonna win. Because then you would have Cora. No, it's more than 2 people.
I'm doing it. I'm doing the 2 people.
No, you don't even know what 2 people I'm picking.
I'm doing it. I'm doing Cora heads, Kalani tails.
That's not even.
That's who it's gonna be, Cesar. Kalani heads.
No, it's not.
I mean Cora heads, Kalani tails.
No, it's not because you didn't even listen. You didn't even listen.
Kalani's gonna win.
No, actually, it's gonna be Rin. Because that's who should be in it for chaos. For chaos.
Well, for chaos, but also she could be the one that could take a lot of the pinfalls and stuff like that, where
Yes.
it wouldn't
Yes.
hurt her.
I'm talking
would
in the
actually-
Iron Survivor. Yeah, but in the 4-way, what did you just say, Mangria? She's always the underdog,
Yeah.
but she always loses.
Mhm.
This is a way she proves to Charlie, because remember they had that conversation outside. She sneaks in at the end, gets the 4-way because all it is one pin in a 4-way match.
Yeah.
Puts her in the match. Therefore, yeah, now you would have. Now I think it would eliminate who should win that Iron Survivor match to Julia and Stephanie Vacour, because they're all going to team up to take out Delta a couple of times. Let's be honest.
Pretzels, who've been watching the tripod since the beginning, since Styx joined, we all know what he's going to say, but I have to ask. So Styx, out of those 4 women, who do you think's going to win?
Out of the Fatal 4-way,
Yeah.
potential for the trajectory of keep on making a star, it'll be Kalani. But if you want a woman that can take some pinfalls without that hurting her, it would be Ren. Like Cora and Roxanne being like that, the toxic twins. I don't think you want to go ahead and start playing the possible seeds of breaking them up this early. So I would say between those two, if you want a lot of action, if you want a woman that could hold her own with moments in that, I would go with Kalani. But if you want a chick that could take pinfalls and have it not hurt her, I would go with Ren. So I mean, I'm kind of torn.
Well, Cesar, the reason why I chose Cora and Kalani is because with Cora, we haven't seen her that often. She's returned from injury. She's had a few matches. I want to see if this bitch can take a punch, because in that Iron Survivor, you're going to take everybody's finisher.
You're going to take, yeah.
I want to see more of Cora. I want to see more of them titties, and I want to see her take a punch. We got to see more of Cora Jade, so that's why I had it down to those two. And Ren, you're right. Both of you guys are right about what you said.
Chaos, for just chaos purposes.
And she's been paying her dues, like you guys said. She's been paying her dues, and this is another notch in her belt, win or lose. She can say, I've been in the Iron Survivor. She gets more exposure, more eyes on her, so that's good as well. As far as Kalani, first ever women's North American champion, she can bring it. She lost to Julia. I would say it wasn't even a landslide. It was by a hair. Took Julia to the limit, so I think Kalani kind of deserves it. I want to see more of Cora, and Ren could use it. Who was the 4th woman? I don't even remember.
Jada Parker, but she's fighting Lola.
Yeah, but she's already got.
Yeah, she's tied up with Lola.
Lola's
so
gonna shake her ass and distract.
Yeah,
her.
Lola's gonna come out there and distract her.
Yeah, there's a built-in thing with her and Lola. Like with it being a fatal 4-way, it'll probably be anything goes. So Lola could come out, drag her to the back
or hit her with a brick.
And we end up getting 3 women left. So I mean,
Lola could come out there, hit Jada with a brick, and that would be the time Ren would sneak in and get the pin.
I like
Cora.
I like what you said, Styx, about cross-eyed kids super kicking
Eddie right before he comes
on the way to the ring.
Yeah.
What that might prove is that Eddie gets taken out, the match starts, and then at the end, Eddie hobbles out and gets the pin. That might signify that they do see something in this fucker that we're not seeing. That could happen. You never know.
But it's got to be Axiom just for storyline.
That would be great.
It's different with the men. The men have a direct storyline connection unless, like Axiom, like you said, look, imagine if Eddie wins and Nathan gets pinned in the tag team match because he's too more focused about Iron Survivor in the heavyweight match, and Axiom turns on Nathan, or even comes out there, or just comes out there, gets in the cage. If Nathan's in there getting pinned, and starts fucking him up in the cage for 3 minutes. You imagine some shit like that happens, it'd be dope. But no, I want to see that because remember, like I said in that one Iron Survivor, where we fought JD in the cage.
Yeah,
I want to see him and Nathan lose the tag team match, and then be in the Iron Survivor and be blaming each other.
Beat
the shit out of each other in that cage, dude. Just start throwing both. Like somebody gets pinned and tries to get in the cage, and they throw that nigga out because they too busy fighting in the cage. And he's like, imagine if they're fighting in the cage and Ego gets pinned and Ego's walking and they're just beating the shit out of each other in the cage, and he's like, I'm gonna just stand next to it.
I'll hold next to it. I'll just hold.
I
I'm
got
over
a
here.
figure. I got a figure on one of the bars here in the cage. So
He's like, I'm holding it. I'm not moving. I'm not moving. I'm
One
holding
thing
it.
we can all
You
agree
see
on.
West fly in. You see Bounty and West like fly in and hit Ego outside the cage, and he's knocked out for anyway.
I think one thing we can all three agree is that NXT is excellent at storytelling, and I cannot wait to see the next chapter.
Yeah.
But before we move on, we have the main event. It's for the Women's North American Championship, defending champion Fallon with Fatal Influence versus Tatum Paxley. My favorite thing about Tatum is how innovative her offense is. Busting out a submission I've never seen before. Not to mention them ghastly white cheeks. Ghastly white cheeks.
Oh, yeah.
Now, speaking of disrespected, the 450 disrespected yet again. Fatal Influence shenanigans. Fallon does retain with the worst famouser I've ever seen. Fatal Influence attack post-match. But an oldie but goodie.
Them dogs.
Retains
more cheeks.
JJ Gunn. Gigi Hardy, if I may be correct here.
You're fucking right.
For the save, very abrupt commercial to end the show on my end. It showed Gigi attacking and it went straight to local news. I was like,
oh, no, she was beating ass for a minute.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they was beating ass.
Speaking of beating ass, Cesar, were you beating your meat when you saw Gigi Hardy return? What did you think of this main event of NXT?
Speaking of beating ass, was you beating your meat? Somehow I knew you was going to say that.
Well, beating something. Now, what did you think of the main event?
Yes, I was.
I knew it.
You know it.
You know,
you know what I'm talking about, blokes. The foreshadowing, though. Because she was playing with a doll with orange hair when they were backstage, and she was wearing black and orange, where she usually wears black and purple. Tatum, that was wearing black and orange, and saying, and it was to JC because Fallon wasn't there, saying your past is going to come back to haunt you. So old Cheeks McGee back in the ring doing work. I'm not mad at her. She looked good. She was flying all over the place, but was looking strong. If you ask me, she was fucking. I don't think she was pulling them punches, girl. I think she was working a little stiff to show them that she still got it. Or she spent all that time with JC. Like we said, friends have more trust in each other. They hit him a little harder and whatnot. Because that's who she was fucking up the most. She was fucking JC shit up. She got what's her name? Jinx, whatever. She got that bitch up out of there, and then she started beating the shit out of old Rockstar. And then Tatum was taking out old Fallon. But no, it was good. Yeah, still a great match. Look, see, I think Tatum is like that next step up from where Ren is going. You know what I'm saying? Because Tatum's like, she keeps getting title opportunities, not winning, but putting on hell of a show. She's always bringing out something new. Like, you said Sangria, she had that submission.
Yeah.
She's been hitting that 450 deep, lately. So, she's been hitting it good. She still got that crazy flippy shit she do for a finisher too, which is good. That she can snap on anybody. I want to say Tatum's taking that next step, man, getting them title shots before she's gonna get on a good win streak here and actually, pull it off. Maybe by stand and deliver. I wouldn't be shocked. Tatum Paxley could be North American champ, stand and deliver. I'm not I'm not gonna say no.
Yeah. I mean, Sticks, you want to talk about a show that respects the women. NXT had 3 great women's matches. NXT capped off with a main event for the Women's North American Championship, where we saw the return of an oldie but goodie in JJ Hardy. What'd you think?
Well, we've talked about this for numerous weeks. They've given Tatum Paxley a lot of opportunities, and she's taken those and she's ran with them. Like, win or loss, she has shown that she could be somebody that they can put a lot of trust in, and she's going to not disappoint them. She did that again in this match. Even though she took the L, she looked very strong. Like you said, Mangria, the submission that she put in on was another wrinkle. Caesar, like you talked about, we had a little foreshadowing earlier in the show when she's playing with the dolls. JC comes along being the mean girl. Tatum saying your past is going to come back to haunt you. Tatum, she looked strong. She took the L. The Fatal Influence women, they gang up and attack her. JJ comes back. They dispatch a Jasmine very quickly, and we get down to the two that had a lot of storyline between these two, JC and JJ. And something that's what we're going to build up to, like you just talked about, Mangria. Fallon and Tatum. I can see Tatum. I don't know if it'll be a deadline, but I could see her sometime down the road in the next 2 to 3 weeks. She's got that thirst for gold. I could see her becoming the third ever women's North American champion. Like, they've given her the platform to do this. She hasn't disappointed in multiple organizations. You know, she showed up on TNA. She looked strong taking that L. NXT TV, the character and the in-ring work has just gotten better. She's climbing that ladder. She deserves to be a women's North American champion. When that happens, I will be glad. I will be happy for her, and I will be interested to see how much more of an ascension she gets with it. But the main event, great. We had a great women's wrestling match, and we had a return that opens up so many more now storylines for the future.
Well, before we stop talking WWE altogether, I want to get your fellas' thoughts on Survivor Series War Games just happened. I know the SRAP guys will be covering it this coming week. Get your questions in. There were no controversies. EO is always awesome. Nia with the worst chair shots in the universe. Bronson busted his ankle with the super tsunami, and Jimmy Uso broke his fucking toe. Any thoughts, gentlemen, on Survivor Series War Games? You guys catch it on the day, or did you watch it afterwards, or what's going on?
Nigga, I was in the chat with you.
Sticks, any thoughts on Survivor Series? Do anybody who watched this know that besides the sheriff?
Yeah, but why would you say, would you guys?
Right, do you have any thoughts on Survivor Series War Games before the show screeches to a halt?
Jacob Fatu selling the injury. Once again, selling the injury made me legit think, fuck, did this guy blow his knee out? Gonna find out. Nothing really big. I thought it was a great show. I was a little surprised that LA Knight lost to Shinsuke, but I mean,
but he had to.
Shinsuke's been a Triple H guy even back down in NXT. So I mean, Triple H sees the potential of Shin. Plus, with Shin working other organizations over in Japan, to be able to have the United States Championship on him, to be able to tote that is great. Just the cinema, the storytelling with the new blood, with the bloodline, the OGs, then bringing CM Trash in. It leaves you intriguing, wanting to know what that favor is going to be. Like, I mean, is it going to have to do with something where it is curtailed with Roman being involved, or what is it going to be? I don't know. Otherwise, up and down, it was a good card. The women knocked it out, starting the PLE with the Women War Games. Rhea picking up the dub on Liv. Even if you want to talk about her face protector, the mask was great. Io we know this with Io, her in War Games. Io's gonna fucking be the wild card. And what she do? She brought that goddamn garbage can that had a rope on the fucker, so that way she could tie that son bitch up the top, handle business, handle business,
And
and then go
there.
back up there, put that son bitch on, and her and Tiffany Stratton both hitting. Tiffany hitting a swanton while Io hitting a moonsault with a trash can on was great. We've seen Tiffany Stratton in NXT. She is a woman that is a future champion in the making. She hasn't missed on the main roster. Like them teasing the Money in the Bank up situations with her has been great. So they haven't fumbled the bag with her. Like she already came up, ready to go. She's gonna take some L's, but her outside the ring work is gonna keep her fresh in people's mind. Obviously, with her winning Money in the Bank, even though we all thought Chelsea Green, it would have been great for Chelsea Green, but now with a mid card title, I mean, this is tailor made for her. Like if Chelsea Green does not become the women's U.S. champion,
I'm fighting. I'm fighting some.
I'm
driving to Connecticut.
Riot. The tripod, we go riot, and we're gonna riot in favor of Chelsea Green.
It ain't gonna be just us, bro. It's all of wrestling TikTok.
And the IWC is going to be like them riots in Seattle and Minnesota. We gonna light X on fire, and we gonna fucking roast some marshmallows while making sure we get our point across.
It's going to be a college football riot. No.
Yeah. Hell no.
If you
niggas thought January 6th was bad, you better give Chelsea Green that fucking title.
But Survivor Series, I hear a lot of people saying they want to go back to the traditional Survivor Series and should make War Games its own pay-per-view. I'm not mad at it. Maybe
you can't make it a whole pay-per-view.
Maybe next year, maybe you don't do anything in 4 games. That way you kind of cool your jets on it and bring it back for certain rivalries. Maybe you do that. But this year's Survivor Series Wars games, I was sports entertained. I thought it was great. WWE did a good job. Triple H is still showing you that this guy can still hit it out of the park. So I thought it was a great Saturday. I watched it Sunday, but I thought it was a great PLE.
Can I ask you guys a question right quick?
What?
Do you feel like Nia and Liv aren't getting the respect for being champions like other champions had? Because, like, if you really think about it, they have not won a tag team match since being champions. They're the most champions who I've seen take the most L's, because usually a champion keeps winning.
Mm-hmm.
Even in regular matches, even in tag matches, and especially in championship matches, because they still have the belts. But like they've been fighting a lot of tag matches recently, and they've been taking L's. And then for Rhea to, I guess Liv has been pinning Rhea because they've been having championship matches. But like, yeah, Rhea to pin Liv in this match and still making it about them is, I don't know, to me kind of played out.
I've seen a lot of hate, believe it or not, on wrestling Twitter about Rhea. Like people are saying she's Rhea Hogan, like she's invincible. Like she took those bat shots and no sold them. Like she screamed at first, but she got right back up and started kicking ass again. Like people are getting tired of Rhea being so. I wouldn't say invincible because she doesn't have her championship back, but I don't know.
Right, but it's always heel shit that gets her from getting the championship back. But like every other time she's with Liv in the ring and it's like a 2-on-1 or a 2-on-2, Liv is like taking the pin. Like she shouldn't be taking the pin. They had 3 other bitches there who could have got pinned. Like, besides like the 2 champs. I mean, I guess they had Raquel like handcuffed to the thing, but like that bitch should have been like, taking the pin. Or Candace should have been taking the pin.
Yeah.
How Io keep hitting these moonsaults? Can't see shit in this trash can. You think them bitches down there like, oh shit, she's off a little bit. She's off. She's off.
Two steps
She's
to the
right.
left.
You're
Two
right.
steps to
You're
the
right. Blue 87. Switch Sorrow.
Well,
It's like-
Cesar, apart from the women's War Games match, I mean, it was a good. It was a good.
No, it was still a good match. Still a good match.
There were 5 matches. They all got their time.
Yeah.
The pay-per-view wasn't like 12 hours long, like
yeah.
sometimes it was.
They
What
should
did
be
you
a little
think?
bit longer. I wouldn't mind 6 matches at a pay-per-view.
So
Well, I know for the Steel Real guys, if they picked a lot of the same shit, it would be ties. That's y'all
Yeah.
fucking problem. I don't give a shit about y'all. I want more wrestling. Y'all can eat a dick. Well, all right, Jake, you can eat a dick. All right, Jake, you don't have to eat a dick because your mama eats a lot of dick from Brother Quarter. Anyway,
Cody free.
Cody free. So
Yeah.
I don't want to hear no bitching. I don't want to hear no
the other
bitching.
thing too is it was Cody and Seth free. Like we very rarely get a
Yeah,
PLE
no
that
Sethaniel.
Seth Rollins isn't on.
Yeah. So in the chat, Sticks, I was saying I thought it'd be dope if like Seth came out and fucked with Bronson Reed, but then like Drew came out and fucked with CM Trash to give like a little off and off. But I mean, they still had a great match. The guys still had a great match. I don't know about y'all. That nigga climbing that fence like Mario Kart, like Super Mario. That motherfucker's crazy. He's fucking funny as shit.
You know, he did that just for the future video packages.
Just for the future, yeah.
They're gonna show
Yeah.
his ass climbing.
Yeah,
up.
crawling on the fucking cage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just for that, man. Ignorant shit, bro. You gotta love it. You gotta stand out though. You
Yeah.
gotta stand out.
He does a great job at that.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. He makes sure him and Jacob make sure they get seen and heard every show. I like the men's. Shinsuke should have won, hands down. This is like his 3rd reincarnation of. He had to win. He had to win
Another new entrance theme. He had a new entrance theme last week. He gets
last week.
one
Yeah,
at War Games.
Yeah, he is collecting interest themes like Stone Cold got T-shirts. Okay, like he getting that shit every week. I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at. He had to win.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: he could lose this title in the next month, and I still think he's validated because he came out with the new thing and he beat LA Knight, and now he's just. Now you got a different cog in the machine. You know what I'm saying? I mean, LA Knight's time, they kind of jumped the shark, right? They had a 7-match thing for Mello and Andrade to lead up to this. And then LA Knight beats them both. You know what I'm saying? And now Shinsuke is at the top of that now. So, like, where does it go again? Like, now they're like, oh, shit, you ain't got time no more, fuck nigga. Yeah, I got to go fuck with crazy Asian man who's going to try to kick my head off with a goddamn knee. And then you still got, who's the other Mexican nigga down there with the family? You still got him in there. The boss of bosses. Santos. You still got Santos fucking around. Shit like that. So, yeah, the mid-card's looking good. When they finally go to 3 hours, I think what they're going to do, you're going to see a lot more talent. I don't think they're going to keep the same roster because, their roster is lighter than Raw's.
Mhm.
I think you're going to see more talent show up on SmackDown so they can have more matches and flesh out other shit.
They've got guys that can go. Like, you could give Mello like a 20-minute match. Like, we've seen it. We've seen it. We saw it with his first match of Cody. And then we've seen it. We saw this last Friday. This guy can go. So you got guys that can be
go.
Your workhorses that can give you 15
Santos had that ladder match with JDC. Fucking, we know Shinsuke can go. Randall's back. I mean, I don't know if KO's sticking around.
They could not tweak that roster going into the 3 hours and then just wrestle longer, looking like $1 million.
Yeah, if they wrestle longer, and then we got great women there. Wrestling longer, man. I'm not mad at it. It's a good roster, but you could add if you wanted to, a couple people, and it would still be sweet. So I'm not mad at the roster. Yeah,
the possibilities are endless.
Endless.
Saturday night's main event is stacking up to be incredible.
It's looking real good.
You'll see it. But
looking real good.
Now moving on to some All Elite Wrestling notes, or ATW as it's known. Tripod. I got 3 quick things. One, good news. Maria Kanellis is now cancer-free. That's good because she's been battling a lot of health issues.
I'm a piece of y'all.
On Dynamite, we had Ricochet versus Claude. And the most interesting thing about I know Ricochet was bringing it. I get it. We know. The crowd, I think it was Chicago, was just chanting about how bald they were. I was like, all right, guys. They like to take over the show. And as per mentioned earlier with disrespecting moves, look, we do love beer cheese Osprey, but man, he's got to stop disrespecting the Styles Clash. Everybody and their baby's mama kicks out of that fucking move now. I don't like it. Enough with the kicking out of the Styles Clash. You gave an homage when you were fighting Fletcher, right? So let's just put
Well,
it.
he gave the homage when he wrestled in TNA, like when he was still in New
Oh yeah,
Japan.
yeah.
When he was doing that, I would have kept it there. But then you're bringing this thing back where it's like not even a setup to a finisher. It's a setup to like another 5 to 7 minutes before we get your hidden blade.
It's like a notch below a signature move. That's how diluted he's done to the Styles Clash. But as far as AEW notes and the 3 shows that happened, didn't bother with Rampage. That's all I got for some All Elite trash. Cesar, anything?
Shelton Benjamin looked good
Mm-hmm.
versus them boys. Yeah, Claude looked good with Ricochet. I like Claude. I still like Claude, man. He should have just waited, man. Vince was almost gone. You know we could have had world champ Cesaro by now. You know we could have had that. He'd have been in it. He could have had that money in a stank. It could have been Claude, not Priest. Not to say I don't like Priest. I'm not saying I don't like Priest.
It could have been Claude and not McIntyre, the way he shitted away like he did. I get it, storytelling, but come on.
Yeah, you right though. You right. I think that's all I liked about the show. I don't know. I don't think there was anything else. I will say this. We got to give them some credit. I do like the way they keep certain fuck shit going from year to year, like this Continental tournament thing. I like the fact that like now, like Okada's in it, and he's in it, kind of defending his championship. Like they wouldn't have the tournament, and whoever won fight Okada, like he has to earn the title back by fighting in the tournament, just like MJF always has to be in the Dynamite Ring Battle Royal because he has the ring.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta give him credit. I do like that. I wish like WWE did King of the Ring like that. Like the last year's King of the Ring has to automatically be an entrant in the King of the Ring to defend it, you know? Just because I mean, yeah, there's not been many duplicate King of the Rings, but you imagine how much if they ran it like year after year, how much Booker T probably could extended King Booker if they ran it 2 years and he won it again. Like he did that for like 4 years, but there was no. I think there was only like maybe another or a couple other King of the Rings with that. Like imagine if he'd have like won it like 2 or 3 times in a row. And he would have been like, I told y'all, I am King Booker. No matter where realm I go, I am the greatest king. Shit would have been hilarious. He would have got fucking so much more paid off that shit. I mean, it turned into a title shit for him. But I wish they would do shit like that more in WWE. Like if they had tournaments, like you have to come back into like, you can come back to defend the tournament. You know what I'm saying? If you won it the year before. So I will give ATW some credit on that.
Well, Sticks, did you dip your toe in the 3 shows that were all trash wrestling this past week?
Oh yeah. Maybe 3 things I'll talk about. One, I like how they're keeping the almost like a fatal 4-way for the AEW championship. My boy Jay White, since he came back, is back in that title hunt while also keeping the rivalry with Hangman. But you also saw with Hangman, he talked about he had supposedly a deal struck with Christian Cage, but Father Cage wasn't able to hold up his end of the bargain. So we had that. Even though my boy got choked out by Marina Shafir, I mean, I'll look at it as that guy's trying to help build her up to be like a stronger presence. So
Do they
Jay
call
White
that
out here helping future talent.
they call that the mother's milk? Is that what she calls that submission?
I don't know. I try not to pay much attention to her. I mean, she's just there because Moxley threw her a bone. I mean, outside throwing numerous bones to Renee, he threw her a bone. So
They need to stop giving Wheeler a bone.
well, they got to have somebody in that group that can take those pinfalls when they have losses. So Wheeler's that perfect fucking guy to do that. He was that guy in the BCC, so now he's going to be that guy in the Death Riders. So Adam Cole, Adam Cole and MJF. We saw that Adam Cole won it. Like I didn't get the pay-per-view. I listened to you guys talk about it. Good thing I did, because the way you guys talked about it, there's like maybe one or two matches. The two matches I thought that I'd be more interested in were the two matches that you guys talked about. Ospreay and Fletcher, which we talked about Fletcher being a potential. I mean, he already is the proto star. This guy's an up and coming talent in New Japan. And then Hangman and Switchblade. Those are the two matches I thought would be great. So I won't hit more on that. Adam Cole, MJF, Kyle O'Reilly's now throwing his hat into that. You know, both of them now declared themselves for the Dynamite Battle Royal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just here to see what the payoff is between Adam Cole and MJF. You know, so we'll quick build that. And you guys talked about, we had Saturday. It was a little bit different. They did Collision and then follow up by Lucha Libre Rampage. I'll save you guys the troubles. Harley Graham, Thunder Rosa. I feel like Harley Cameron is like the dollar store Chelsea Green for AEW. Like, this girl, she's putting work in. She's improving, not leaps and bounds, but baby steps. Her as coming out in that mask, and then like taking the mask off and be like, "It's me, Harley Cameron," and then she hurry up like couple, like not even like me, a minute or two later, she puts it back on, and Nigel fucking selling that. Oh, Harley Graham. Then she got unmasked then by Thunder Rosa. Harley Cameron is somebody that if you can find out that when she's on the TV, regardless if it's a backstage segment or in the ring, I would carve out a little bit of time just to watch that. Like, she's baby steps improving her stock in ATW. So those are the only three things I have for ATW this week.
If I may be disrespectful for a minute, you know who I think Timu Chelsea Green is?
Yeah, good.
Billy Kay. Remember Billy Kay? How entertaining she was when she was trying to get she was what was she doing? Like, she was trying to get a job or something, that she kept going up to Adam Pearce.
Yeah.
All the time. That was entertaining. She's kind of a Chelsea Green light, if you will.
I was about to say, yeah, don't say Timu, because Timu's kind of disrespectful. But Chelsea Green Light is definitely, yeah. Billy Kay was the funny one in the Iconics. Yeah, she was the entertaining one.
They gotta be
joking.
I'm just saying, those two women, regardless of what promotion they're on, we need them back. Like, both those chicks, they've had their kids. We'll sprinkle them in. We'll sprinkle them into like either a Wednesday or a Thursday night. I need them on my TV screen because I miss them.
Yeah, they are good.
Well, as far as, let's take a hard left turn here and talk entertainment. Cesar, I did check out Slow Horses on Apple TV.
Oh, there we go.
I did.
What'd you think?
I'm up until the first season finale.
Okay.
It's a good show. However, the most challenging part of watching Slow Horses is understanding what they're saying.
Oh, because they're British? Because they're British?
It's so heavy. And Gary Oldman's character is him farting every now and then.
Him farting and being an asshole the whole time?
It is great. Fucking hilarious. Like, Slow Horses is worth a watch. I'm going to finish it. But yeah, that was a good recommendation. I did like it. Did you catch up on any Apple TV shows?
No, not this week. Uh, I've been watching. I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but I've been watching Shorzy on Hulu. It's
Hmm.
like you ever see the show Letterkenny?
Oh, Letterkenny. No,
Letterkenny,
I've heard of it.
Shorzy, the hockey guy. So now he has his own. It's the same guy who plays the main guy
Okay.
in Letterkenny. So he plays Shorzy
Mhm.
about like when he left Letterkenny and to go to play hockey in like North Canada or whatever the fuck they are. Fucking, I kind of like this better than Letterkenny.
So it's a
Uh,
spinoff.
yeah, it's a spinoff of one character. Yeah,
Yeah.
Shorzy was always together. They never showed his face,
Hmm.
and he would always be like, though he would always fuck with those kids. He'd be like, they'd be like, "Fuck you, Shorzy." He's like, "Oh, fuck you, Johnny. Your mom carved my initials in her bedpost because I'm railing her every night." And he's like, "Fuck you, Shorzy." He's like, "Fuck you." He said, "The last time I fucked your mom, she smelt his mom's pussy on my dick and got mad and kicked me out only after one nut." And he'd be like, "Fuck you, Shorzy." He's that guy.
Oh,
So now it's a show about him playing hockey just later on in his life. Um it's actually really, really fucking funny and a good show. Um yeah, like Letterkenny, I really couldn't get into a lot, but this one, it's kind of the same way, but I think the characters are just better. Like all around the characters are better, so it's funny. Um, so that's what I'm watching now. It's only like 6 episodes a season. So I'm on like the third season. I think they got renewed for a fourth one. So I'm like getting ready to start the third season like today. That's literally like you can watch a season in a day because it's 6 episodes. They're like 40 minutes.
I did hear Jake talk a lot about Letterkenny on SRAP. So
Yeah.
this might be more exciting. Drop that question in the comments if he's seen Shorzy, and
Yeah.
they'll
Okay.
go on a tangent about that. But
They're
Stick,
probably yeah.
I know you don't have much chance to have some free time to check out some movies or some shows, but have you since the last time we spoke?
Yeah, I think we had talked about briefly. I ended up watching Long Legs.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
yeah,
I
totally
can't
like
believe
what
you
you
did
said.
it.
It is, yeah. I
Oh,
also watched, yeah. It was one of those that if you're not fully watching, which of course I wasn't, I had jumped on my phone on X and on the gram. I
Yeah.
missed some stuff, but like you, I remember you said, yeah, if you missed anything, it's not really. So I checked that out. I watched Trap that was on HBO Max with Josh
Yeah.
Hartnett, who I didn't think that was bad. It was nice seeing it was nice seeing Josh Hartnett as like that bad guy in it. So
mhm.
I wasn't mad at that. I'm gonna try tonight to watch. I had also told you I had it rented. I'm gonna try to watch Borderlands tonight.
Oh, okay.
And
Hmm.
also I'm a guy. I back in the day I played the OG Resident Evil. So of course when they started doing the movies, I had watched all of them. I have queued up Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City.
All
That
right.
movie that I think they had done. I finally have rented that. I've been kind of wanting to watch it because I'm a guy who I've watched all the Resident Evils. I own all of them on DVD. So I kind of want to see where it went with this movie. So I've got those two queued up for tonight. Outside that, I really haven't watched anything else.
Anybody seen Gladiator 2 yet?
I was just about to say that, Caesar. I had a theater marathon this past week. I watched three movies.
Okay.
Red One with The Rock. It,
Oh, the Christmas movie. Yeah, okay.
yeah, it was good. I'll say it was good. I appreciate the fact that they're trying to make more Christmas classic movies. This is something I can see like 5 years from now on regular rotation on TBS or
Hmm.
the regular cable network. So you could sit through it, just go on your phone, watch it. It's worth a good couple chuckles. The CGI polar bear is the worst part of the whole movie.
Sure.
Um, and Wicked. I saw Wicked with the wife.
Okay. All right.
Oh man, is that overrated? So I am a fan of musicals. I like musicals. I never seen Wicked. Like I didn't know.
Hmm.
Besides the Wizard of Oz factor, I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah.
It was okay. It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
okay. My wife was a mess. She loved it. She can't stop talking about Wicked. I was like, it was okay. Don't go writing home about it like it was the greatest fucking thing ever. It was meh. If I could give it a grade, out of 10, I'd give it a 6 pretzels. There we go. I give
Okay,
it
there we go. All right.
for Red One, actually, I'd give it a 7. I give it 7
Mhm.
pretzels. And then comes Gladiator 2. Me and my buddy went to go check it out. He didn't even see part 1. I don't even know why he wanted to see part 2. I watched part 1 a while ago. That was epic. It won awards. It was
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Are you not entertained? So we watched Gladiator 2. It was okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I don't necessarily think it was a theater movie. The best, did you see it, Caesar?
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay, well, I think it's in the trailer. The best part of
They
visually,
flooded the shit.
yes, that was the best part visually was they flooded the Coliseum. Other than that, it was okay. I'm
Huh?
not. I think I will forget about this movie in a year.
Cool.
I would also give that a 6. So Red One wins the fucking out of those three. Red One, I would recommend if
Yeah.
just for a cheesy Christmas good time. Tis the season,
This
gentlemen.
is season. Yeah, it was funny because I saw online like so remember last year it was Barbie and Oppenheimer.
Yeah,
You
yep.
should see him as a thing. And then this year they said it was Wicked and Gladiator
Mhm.
too. So I was gonna be like, yeah, I know Sangria likes movies. Um, I'm off Friday. I might go see Gladiator 2 Friday.
Okay.
Um, I like musicals as well, but I just don't have a real passion to see Wicked.
I
Um,
would love your opinion on it.
I mean, I'll go see it if you want the opinion. Yeah, but when I originally heard about it, it's like it's more a play, and the play is a different ending than the movie. It's a play and a musical. So I was like, probably rather see the play because it's probably more detailed, and maybe I would like that better versus them. Like you like those Harry Potter movies. It's like a 400-page book.
Can
You're
I
trying to
spoil
cram into
something?
an hour and a half.
Can I
But
spoil something? It's not massive spoiler. It's
yeah,
something that's revealed immediately. This is part 1.
yeah, of the Wizard of yeah, I know
This will
this.
be part
Yeah,
2 next year in November. They're gonna be
yeah,
wicked.
yeah. There's a Wicked 1 and a Wicked 2.
I didn't know that. I was like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
because
And then
the
the way
play
it
is like.
ended.
So
Yeah.
wait, where did it? Well, I don't know. Sticks. Well, Sticks probably not going to say
Six
it.
ain't
Where did
ever.
it end? Where did the movie end?
The movie ends
Were
with,
they out of school?
oh yeah. They were, well,
Okay.
they were in a building. She flew out the window. She got her witch power broom. Like it's where she first gets her broom. She gets her broom and flies up to the sky.
Uh-huh.
They were all trying to capture her.
Wait.
And
Which seat? The green bitch?
yeah, they're trying to catch. I
Yeah.
like her name, Alphaba. That's a
Yeah.
unique name. I didn't know that was her name.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Alphaba flies out. She escapes harm, and Glinda, the
Mm-hmm.
witch,
Yeah.
she stays behind because they captured her. But Alphaba escapes, and that's where it ends.
Okay. Okay.
So I don't know what happens after that because there's a lot of unanswered questions. Like her sister's in a wheelchair, but she
Yeah.
gets
Yeah.
hit by a house in Wizard of Oz. Like, what's going
Yeah.
on here?
Oh,
Can I
so
can I
so
ask you, can I ask you
also
guys
the
this?
wait, the sister didn't get the red slippers yet?
No.
Oh, okay. So you didn't get to the Wizard.
Silver slippers, not red.
Yeah. Okay. So you didn't get to the Wizard of Oz part yet.
Well, they did see the wizard, and
No. But like the Wizard of Oz is in the timeline. There's like Wicked Part 1 where they go to school, they get out of school, a little bit of shit happens, then the Wizard of Oz happens, then it's like Wicked 2.
Oh, they fucked the time up. Then they mashed some shit. They took
I
some.
think they probably mashed some shit and then there's going to be
They
some other
took
shit.
some liberties for sure
Yeah,
because
Well, can I ask you guys this? Since you guys are probably going to end up watching this more than I will, do you think with them doing now, hearing this, that this is like a Wizard of Oz like timeline? Do you think they end up remaking Wizard of Oz to kind of keep with this like the way like you guys talked about Wicked 1,
Oh,
Wizard of Oz, and
right.
Wicked 2? You
Hollywood
think they end up remaking Wizard of Oz?
Hollywood is an ultimate money grab business.
Machine. Yeah.
And if they saw how successful Wicked 1 was, Wicked 2 is probably going to be just as successful.
That's full.
They're gonna wring their hands.
Yeah,
Like,
but see, that's
"Oh,
what I'm
money."
saying because like Wizard of Oz is in that No, Wizard of Oz would be last. No, you're right. No, I fucked it up. Wizard of Oz would be last. Um, because there's some shit that happens at the end. No, yeah, I don't know.
If
Yeah,
you're
it's
gonna
weird.
watch it, I won't spoil it, but it does start out
Well,
very.
yeah, it stinks. If you're gonna watch it, I'm not gonna spoil it. But I
Oh
don't care
no,
about
I won't.
spoilers.
I'll be the first to tell you, I ain't gonna watch it. Like I've watched like Wizard of Oz like maybe twice in my whole life. So
So like it's funny because like all right, so Wicked 1 is just a lot of foreshadowing
Mhm.
for all the characters in the Wizard of Oz. Like all that you meet them like at their beginning when they're going to school because they all have to go to school. But everybody you've seen in the Wicked of Oz besides Dorothy is in Wicked 1. So like yeah, the Elphaba bitch, her
Yeah.
sister is actually the Wicked Witch that the house lands on uh from Wizard of Oz. Like she gives her those red shoes so she can walk out of the wheelchair. Or she betwixes the shoes or some shit like that.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, he said he's not gonna see it. So
No,
who
that
cares?
didn't happen in Wicked One.
Yeah, well, that's what happens in Wizard of Oz. So sorry, spoiler alert for you.
Damn it. I'm a huge fan, Caesar. No, I was kidding.
Yeah.
All right, let's
But
get
like
this.
wait, did they made the tornado to chase Elphaba, right? All right, whatever. Sorry, I spoiled that too.
It's all
They actually in Wizard of Oz, they make the tornado that brings Dorothy from Kansas to the Wizard of Oz to try to catch Elphaba, and that's why her sister dies because the tornado whisked Dorothy up in the house and lands on that bitch.
okay.
So it's all crazy and
Yeah.
it's all kind of fucked up when you see the whole thing explained. Because I was just like, I'm not watching these movies. I'll just watch this 8-minute TikTok of what happens. And I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. And I was like, damn, these dirty niggas and these dirty nigga sticks, like they dating bitches, but they want to hump other bitches. And I'm like, yeah, this the good shit. Yeah, I want you to be cheating on this bitch. Yeah, fuck this bitch out of hate because you like this other bitch. Yeah, that's the good shit.
yeah, this is another reason why I'm glad that I have a brother from another mother in Caesar, because he'll see this stuff and he'll watch it and he'll be like, hey, stick. They're gonna fuck you over, but guess what? I'm gonna save you the money and the time for watching this. So this is what's gonna happen. I'm like, man, my guy's looking out for me. I appreciate him. I
Somebody's got
acknowledge Caesar. I acknowledge Caesar as my brother from another mother for helping me out.
And now on to Turning Point.
You damn right.
Pay-per-view. I happened this past Friday. I watched it this morning.
Damn right.
For Caesar, he will go last. Me and Sticks, we will give our beer cheese, our worst, and our honorable mention. And then I will list all the matches for Caesar to give his 2 cents. But I know Sticks, I don't know about Caesar, but I know Sticks, you definitely watched the pre-show because I didn't. Is there anything that I missed or we missed?
Rosemary, I think it was a triple threat match. I can't remember, but Rosemary, they're starting to focus TV time more on her, which I know Sangria has talked about how like she's one of his favorite, if not his favorite character and women's wrestler on there. It's time that they've done that. Like they got it. She is a pioneer in that women's division.
Mm-hmm.
She had a match on there. She ended up picking up the dub. Kind of foreshadowed what she was going to be keeping an eye on for the main card. Outside of that, I mean, there wasn't anything else really. I mean, it was like a 30-minute pre-show with talking points and promos. So
Okay.
it was all right.
Well, I have a feeling we're gonna have both the same beer cheese match of the night because my beer cheese match of the night was Darby McLean versus Josh Alexander. That's right. Macklin had the Darby Allin skull fucking face paint, which was cool. War paint. He was ready for war. Josh takes McLean to Suplex City. McLean Death Valley drivers Josh through a table ringside. I like how Josh used a broken table as a weapon, clobbering McLean while he was stuffed in a trash can. They even bring the front door out as a weapon.
Hell yeah.
They bust it to pieces and use it all to attack. McLean, Alabama slams Josh through 2 chairs. Josh tosses McLean out of the ring through table. I think he hit his knee on the apron on the way down, fucking gnarly looking. It was a miracle, but McLean fought his way back. He hits the KIA, but refuses the 3 count because he's got a bag of tricks. Tricks? Not quite. It was shell casings in the ring. First time I've seen that shit. He hits the KIA off the top turnbuckle onto the shell casings to win. Darby, Steve Macklin and Josh Alexander do not have bad matches. Every time these two come together and fight, whether he's heel or face, these guys bring it. It was my beer cheese of the night. There is a close second, but Sticks, what was your beer cheese match of Turning Point?
Oh yeah, 100% agree with you on this, Mangria. These guys came out here, they had a fucking barn burner of a match. Just to add on to it, Josh put the trash can on McLean and hit his cross body that he hits through the ropes onto him. So he knew he was going to take punishment on that to dish out punishment. Like you said, they had tables set up, brought out a door. The shell casings was a great added twist when McLean had him for the pin and he pulled him up like he was like, and I'm not done. I was like, ah, shit, McLean, you're gonna fuck yourself on this. Like this usually ends up happening. Like you take the 1, 2, 3, you pick up the dub and you move on. But a lot of guys that always want to add that just a little bit more salt to the wound. It's like that usually comes back and bites you in the ass. And it kind of started playing out that way. But McLean was able to hit the KIA, like you said, from the second rope, top rope, onto the shell casings, pick up the dub. This is my beer cheese. Both these guys, when they come together, are great. We know Josh Alexander is the standard. He is the in my opinion, the heart and soul of TNA. McLean, he's up and coming. Like he keeps building up his resume as a guy that you need to carve out TV time to watch because this guy is doing it. Like you put him in a match. Like when I found out this, I mean, you might ding it because it was a no DQ match, but that doesn't take anything away from it. Like this was a great match. Both these guys, when you hear Josh Alexander go against anybody, you're like, okay, I need to carve out like 5-7 minutes to watch this because it's Josh Alexander. When you find out that McLean was in this match, okay, now I'm going to watch it because McLean's starting to carve out that to make it so that you want to watch him. So, yeah, that was my beer cheese match.
The worst match of the card. And it was actually kind of difficult because TNA, unless they have PCO, don't put on stinkers. So I found a stinker. It was the second match of the night. Apparently, this is a tradition. I don't remember from last year.
Oh, the turkey
The
thing.
Turkey Bowl match. We had Brian Myers. We had EY, John Schuyler of the Good Hands, Hammerstone, Rhino, and Joe Hendry.
Yep.
Hendry pins Myers after a standing ovation. Silliness as they beat down Myers to force him to put the turkey costume on.
Yep.
Give this pretzel leftovers. This was my lowest point of the pay-per-view, but you know, it's TNA, it's fine. At least PCO wasn't on this shit. Sticks, what was the worst part or match of this pay-per-view to you?
Yeah, see, there was a toss-up between this match and then I just can't with the Hardys on my TV set, but they had one half of the tag team that is trying to make America great again.
Yep.
And Ace Austin. So I had to take that match out because Ace Austin was in it. So I don't want to say default, but by that, it was this match. I mean, as soon as they announce this match, you're trying to figure out, okay, who they going to have lose this to wear that costume. It was either going to come down to what was it, Schuyler or Myers. Well,
yeah,
Myers can take that L and wear that turkey costume and still have it not really hurt anything with him. Like he took it in and took it in stride. So, but I mean, with this, you knew Joe Hendry is probably going to be the guy that picked up the dub because of all the acclaim and rising up with him on that. Like this guy is probably like we talk about Jordan Grace. She's probably going to get gone to WWE. For the men's, you can see Joe Hendry's going to be that guy. Like he's been on NXT TV. He's probably going to be that guy. So of course he's not going to take the L. He's going to be the guy that picked up the pin. He did, like you said, all like there was like Rhino, him, and EY all were able to dish out punishment afterwards to put the turkey suit on him. So yeah, I mean it's a yearly thing. You would have liked to see this on TNA TV on Access, so that way it didn't take up a spot. Like I could think of like 5-6 matches you could have done on Turning Point, but I mean you're trying to fill out the card. So, but yeah, this was probably the lowest point of the pay-per-view.
So what saved the Hardys tag match from being my lowest rated actually was the match placement. I thought they did a great move here because after the beer cheese match of the night, whoever follows that is going to be fucked. But what did TNA do? They followed it up with fan favorites and a surprise. That was the surprise. It's not much of a surprise, but still, hey, at least it wasn't fucking Trent Seven. It was Matt Riddle was the special replacement here. I thought that was a great placement there to have a surprise follow-up a beer cheese match. So that's why it said, because again, I can't stand the Hardys either. But they were talking a lot about Chris Bay here and how, you know, tribute and the stuff. They had the video before, which was great. But Cesar. All right, let's start from the top.
Okay.
Top Cesar, we had Santana versus the king of TNA, of course. Styx is Frankie's lawyer here.
Were you not going to give your honorable mention?
Yeah, well, is it just one honorable mention?
Oh yeah, my honorable mention actually was the second place match of it was close, but I couldn't pass up McLean and Alexander. My honorable mention of the night was for the Knockouts Championship. 2 out of 3 falls, ladies and gentlemen. What is the motto of the tripod? Is best friends beat
the shit out
of each other. Grace package pile drives Masha on the apron. Masha trap tombstone pile drives Grace ringside. Grace rolls up Masha for the first fall. Masha reverses the Juggernaut driver for the first fall. Creepy ass Rosemary watching from the entrance. Masha unleashes on Grace that ends with a package pile driver to score the second fall and retain. I gave it 7 pretzels. Again, just like Macklin and Alexander, Masha and Grace do not disappoint when they face each other. Styx, your honorable mention.
Yeah, this was the same thing. We all have that feeling that Jordan, her contracts, the time's dwindling down on it. So she's going to do the honorable thing. She lost her championship. Well, she's going to keep helping put over the women of TNA. They ran it back with her and Masha. Didn't disappoint with this match. Like this was kind of splitting hairs between this and McLean and Alexander. I mean, you could go like Mangry said, you go either way. This match, great. 2 out of 3 falls. Both women did not disappoint. You see why Masha is the Knockouts champion and the potential that they see with her. Jordan Grace is the standard for the Knockouts division. This chick can take a pinfall, come back, get a pinfall her own, force it so that the last pinfall, like the third one, is anything goes. It was a great watch. I think it was like 20, maybe 30 minutes long. You wouldn't know it. You seriously wouldn't know it the way that the action in the ring went. Knockouts division is second to only WWE's women's division. And these 2 women are the leaders of that division. Like they spearhead this. Great 2 out of 3 fall match. And it was my second best match of the night.
Definitely. It's okay. Cesar Santana versus
Nah,
Frank.
you ain't got to read it off. I mean, pretty much just you guys talking about it was pretty
Oh,
much it.
all right.
Yeah, it was definitely. Hold on. You know what? I'll do something new. Get the damn coin out. Get the
Uh-oh.
damn coin out
Oh,
again.
shit. All right. We got Father Fitty returns.
All right. Heads is the women.
Okay.
Tails is McLean Alexander.
Here we go. You know what to do, Father Fitty. All right. The women get Cesar's beer cheese.
There we go. There we go. The
Oh,
women will get my
man.
beer cheese. McLean and them will get my honorable mention. And yeah, that turkey shit was trash. The only thing that would be more trash is I did see a clip. I think it said something like PCO was going to have a tag match. I thought that was going to be coming up next, and I was going to kick my fucking TV and turn the shit off. And then because it was Black Friday, I could buy a new one. So I was already prepared, but I think that's coming up on Thursday, so I'll be skipping that trash.
Yeah, there's
Oh.
PCO and Sammy Callahan next
Sammy
Thursday.
Callahan. And I was like, I don't want to skip Sammy Callahan. I got to skip Sammy Callahan. I like Sammy Callahan. But I'm going to give y'all a preemptive Cesar 632. I ain't watching that shit. I'm gonna put that, stamp that shit as a promise. Okay. This is more guaranteed than Jake's mama getting plowed by a black man and an English man on Saturday night. Okay. I'm not watching that shit. Dead ass. But yeah, that turkey shit was horrible. The only cool parts about it was I got to hear EY's theme song because that shit rules. And Joe Hendry choke slammed the nigga.
Also, Dolph Ziggler is trash. All right.
Facts.
Thank you for tuning in, watching the Tripod. As always, check out everything APPW. The Hangover will return because the guys just did an episode. They're doing another episode, so I got to cover that as well. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, leave your questions on Steel Roll After Party's Instagram for the Steel Roll After Party podcast coming up. Thank you, Sheriff, for watching. And we do what we do best here on the Tripod every week. We give that big ups to Stallion Pete.